Hi all, if you've come to this video, so probably you have Makita battery. I have here 3 Makita batteries, and the problem is that you have all these cheap batteries on Aliexpress and you never know, should I invest in a genuine battery, the real one, or can I use the, let's say, the fake one or not the original? Although when you ask on the Aliexpress, they are saying that it is also like the original, and they're writing original battery, and it's not always the case. In this case we have 6 amp hour battery. This is fake, also this is fake, and this is the real one. How do I know? Because I know how much I buy each one, and you have also some signs that you can see yourself. For example, here you don't have let's say a number for the battery. Here you can see that it is, let's say, more sophisticated fake, because you have numbers here, and this is the genuine, the real one. And if I turn all the back of the battery, you will see that this battery has the one screw that is with a cap, a white cap, and the other batteries that are not the real, you don't have it. You just have 4 screws, and basically it's the same screws, it's hex screws, but yeah, it's not the like the real one. By the way, they all works. All these batteries are working with Makita tools, but the real question is the capacity is real. This is what we're going to test. Is it safe like the real one? It has a BMS inside. Does these also have a BMS, or how they work? You can see the contacts are the same, the voltage is the same, and the capacity is the same. But we will test to verify and to decide if the real battery is capable like the other one. Maybe even they are using better cells, I don't know. So we need to do some capacity discharge tests to each one of them. Of course, first we will charge them to 100%, each battery, and then we will do a load test. One load test, I think I will try with 5 amp current out, and then we will move maybe to 10 amp, which is a hard load. By the way, these batteries can handle, I think, 20 amp or even 40 amp continuous. Of course, it will get very hot, the battery. We will test. All this battery has the LED indicator. They're all currently showing 100%, but we will do a charge in order to make sure that it is 100%. And then we will start, and I will give you the real result if it is worth using such cheap cells, which basically cost 1/3 of this battery. You can buy this. This battery costs more than $100, and this you can buy about $20 each battery, something like this, and they are working. So do we need to pay, let's say, 3 or 4 times more to get the real one? Of course, it's not a long range test. I can't do a charge discharge cycle and see how many cycles this battery compared to this, but we will do some basic test to make sure what is the real capacity. So let's start. So first I choose to use the genuine battery, the real Makita battery. By the way, this one is also a charger from Aliexpress. What I like about it is that you can see the voltage and the current and the percentage. We will connect the real battery. We can see 75%. We will get to 100%. Yeah, and then we will do the discharge. So we will now wait till it gets, you see, it's going very quickly, because the voltage is going up quickly. When it reaches 100%, we will start discharging it with 5 amp load and see what is the real capacity. Okay, so we are almost 100%, 99 now, so it will soon end up, and then we'll do the discharge. And I've already prepared cable to do it. We'll start with 5 amp load, and the minimum voltage to stop the discharge will be 15 volt. This is the recommended voltage to stop the 18 volt battery. So the stop voltage will be the same, of course, to all cells in order to be the same. And then we'll come with the interesting results, which I don't know what will be the results. Okay, so test started with 5 amp load, and you will see what is the capacity. Okay, so this is 15 volt exactly, and we can see that the capacity is 4.45 amp hour. It is less than I expected, but now we will move to the other cells. By the way, decrease the current just at the end, so it will not beep during the voltage that I'm showing. But yeah, this is the number, 4.45 amp hour for this cell. Okay, so this show how these batteries from Aliexpress, yeah, you can trust them at all. The capacity is less than half than what is written, so you should never buy Aliexpress batteries. We will go to the third battery and check it also. Okay, so this is the second fake battery. We can see 3 almost 0.5 amp hour. This is much better than the 2 amp hour. So you see difference. We will later take them apart and see how the electronics and the BMS looks like. So this is the second one. Okay, so tested another fake battery, the last one I have, 3.14 amp hour, which is in the middle between the 3.5 that we have and the 2 amp hour, but not as good as the genuine that was 4.5 amp hour. So basically the conclusion is, of course, to use the genuine. What you buy, if you buy cheap things, you can say that it costs more than using the real things at the end, because at the end you will need to replace the battery much faster probably. And I didn't also check with high current consumption yet. Possible that in very high power consumption it will drop very quickly, and I'm sure that the genuine will be much better. Okay, so look how those batteries are very dangerous, and I don't recommend to buy from AliExpress at all. Okay, so you can see two different type of batteries. The spring is just put here so it can, when you remove the case, you can do a short. So very be careful when doing all the disassemble. I don't recommend doing it. Anyway, you can see that the batteries are connected directly. This is the positive connection directly to this, and negative directly to the minus, which means no protection. In case of a short, you don't have protection on these batteries. Very dangerous. Also on this one, there is a temperature sensor here, but I don't know what it can actually do, because there is no MOSFET that can disconnect the power, and the battery is connected directly. In this board, however, there is another temperature sensor, but you see it should be tied to the battery and it is just put here. So anyway, it should be glue or something, and it is not. However, I don't see that. Let's see if it can disconnect the battery. No, I think it is just can maybe disconnect the charger, but not the battery in a case of a short. So no protection at all. Very dangerous. There is a thermistor also here, a small one that is connected here when it is tied with the screw, but very bad design, very bad design. I don't know if I will use these batteries at all. I don't recommend to buy them. I don't recommend to use them. Don't recommend anything, unless maybe if it is possible to replace this PCB to a one with a protection that can do the work, not like this one and not like this one. There is almost the same design here. The chip, there is a chip, I don't know what this chip do on the top, and here you have the same chip probably on the bottom, because I see the same number of pins. Yeah, 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 14 pins. Yeah, so basically I really don't recommend use these batteries unless you have ability, maybe if you already have such a battery, to disassemble and replace this board with a board that will have a protection. This board do not have any protection, so very dangerous indeed. I am amazed of this very bad design. And yeah, what do you expect if you buy cheap things from Aliexpress or it's all, by the way, it can all go out. No protection, nothing. The welding, by the way, it looks okay. The battery welding looks okay, but yeah, no protection. In a case of a disaster, you're on your own, and probably it will explode if the batteries are fully charged. Very bad design. By the way, also the LEDs I see also very bad, because there is a place to put them. Okay, sorry for this. There is something that should catch the LED in its place. Yeah, bad design, not recommend. I'm sure that when we will disassemble the genuine, we will see something different that doesn't look like it, but let's do it. Okay, you can see the big difference between the genuine and the fake. This is a real battery from Makita. By the way, I had to remove this cap of one of the screws. You can drill it very carefully, and you can see here many differences. First of all the metal are kept very well and not just like someone bent it a little and that's all. Other than this, the spring is catch and it is glued and cannot fall and do a short inside the battery. You see the chips, there is a chips. I'm sure that one of them is, maybe this one is the MOSFET that can disconnect the power in case of a dead short, and you have like a real protection and not connected directly. And also we can see between the cells the BMS, which means between two cells you have a balancing port that is connected, so it can also check difference between the cells, not like the fake battery. So very huge difference between all the fake batteries that you buy on AliExpress that I don't recommend to use. Just because a case of a short or disaster, you have here a difference, a big difference from this battery. Maybe we can remove it. Yeah, can remove it. Yeah, look much better. Also in the welding, you see there is also here isolator, so it will not be a short if a metal fall down. And also on this side so much difference, unbelievable. Okay, so bottom line, I don't recommend to use the fake batteries, because you can be in a in a dangerous situation. And this is a case, in a case of a disaster, you don't want to play with it. So I recommend just to buy the genuine, the real battery, and not to play with the fake, because too risky. In case something maybe happen in the charger, maybe there is a protection that will cut the charger, but this is not the only case that can happen. The other case is, of course, if the battery have a short, and in this case just the genuine battery will give you a protection and not all the Aliexpress. So yeah, don't do it. I don't recommend to buy all the fake one. I recommend, if you have a fake one, not to use it. I really mean not to use it, because yeah, you don't know at the end what will happen. Now I need to close it somehow. I see why it is not everything is so well designed. You see, I bent a little this metal, so it did not close well. So I'm sure that now if I will try to put the metal like this, yeah, now it is closed perfectly well, with no gaps, and everything is good. So yeah, bottom line, do not buy the fake, do not save money, do yourself a favor and invest in genuine. Even if it is lower capacity, at least you have some protection. So that's all for now. Thank you and bye.